Now, beloved within the Christian church, and this is specifically for other Christian denominations in the world today, like the Baptist, Pentecostal, Lutheran, Methodist, Episcopalian, um, Catholic. There's a prophet of the church that my church was founded in, Ellen G. White. She stated that, who founded my church, stated that there are many sincere Christians within the Catholic Church. Beloved in the Christian church, the greater Christian church, because my denomination is actually a sect of the Christian church. It's not a mainstream Christian denomination or a part of the part of the religion. But this is taken from Revelation 13. I'll go from the scripture first before I give you any founders of churches' statements about the same scripture. Revelation 13, verse 11. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. And he exercised all the power of the first beast before him, and causeth the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many should not worship the beast, worship the image of the beast, should be killed. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Now, we want to identify who this beast is. Now, let's go to, before we identify from scriptures who this beast is, let's look at what a statement from John Wesley, the founder of the Methodist congregation, or the Wesleyan congregation. My local church actually came from his denomination that was founded after he came out of the Church of England, or the Anglican Church back in the day. Well, this is taken from a statement he wrote in 1754 on John Wesley on Revelation 14, written in 1754. Notes on Revelation 14 by John Wesley. It states, "He has not yet come, though he is not yet far off, for he is to appear at the end of the 42 months, or the first beast of the first beast." Now, what was the 42 months? Well, the 42 months is the same as the 1,260 years. Well, the 1,260 years are 1,260 years and 42 months. Now, the 1,260 years is patterned after a day for year principle of Ezra 4:6 and Numbers 14:34. Well, Ezra 4:6 says a day should be for a year. And Numbers 14:34 states this. It says a day for you. Let's go to the scriptures. Let's let the scriptures expound upon itself, because Isaiah 28:9-10 says, "For precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line, here a little and there a little." That's how we get doctrine. That's how we form doctrine. Numbers 14:34 states, "And the number of the days in which ye search the land, even 40 days, each day for a year, shall ye bear your iniquities, even 40 years, and you shall know my breach of promise." So, beloved within the Christian church, greater Christian church, a day equals a year in prophecy. That's Numbers 14:34. Also, Ezra, that's right next to Nehemiah, beloved. Ezra. Just going to teach today. Not going to do a lot of preaching gymnastics. Ezra. Oh, sorry, Ezekiel. Sorry about that, Ezekiel. Ezekiel, beloved. Sorry about that, Ezekiel. Ezekiel 4:6 states this, it says, and when thou hast accomplished them that lie again on thy right side, and thou shalt bear the iniquity of the house of Judah 40 days, I appointed thee each day for a year. So in time prophecy reckoning, a day equals a year. So in time prophecy, a day is a year, according to Ezekiel 4:6, and Numbers 14:34. Now we must now identify what a beast is in prophecy. When you go to the book of Daniel, beloved, Daniel chapter 7 identifies what a beast is in prophecy. Daniel chapter 7. Daniel chapter 7. Verse 17 says, these great beasts which are four kings, which shall arise out of the earth. So, beloved, within the Christian church, a beast in prophecy is a king or a kingdom, a nation, but more so a kingdom. So, beloved, when we go back to Revelation chapter 13, and we see another beast coming up out of the earth, we're looking at a king or a kingdom coming up out of the earth. And according to John Wesley notes on Revelation 14, this king or this kingdom will come after the first beast when he rose upon the earth in 538 AD, and church joined with the state and became the Roman Catholic system or the papacy, the Antichrist power. So this next beast that will come on the earth, according to John Wesley notes, and I live off of John Wesley Way up here in Huntsville, Alabama, right across the street from the church I'm a member of. This next beast that will come up will be a beast. But let's see what kind of characteristics this beast would display. Revelation 13. This beast will be a lamb-like beast. It will be Christ-like and mild in its inception. It would have peaceful laws that respect the liberty of conscience, the right to peaceably assemble, the freedom of speech, the freedom of the press, the right to bear arms, the right to have a trial by jury by your peers in a speedy trial, and the right to freedom of speech. So all these things, they were originally America original respect, but at the end of this prophecy, Revelation 11, it says, and I saw, Revelation 13:11, and beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. So this kingdom that will come up after the papacy came up, or the Antichrist power in 538 AD, this kingdom would first speak peacefully, but then secondly, after a certain time, speak like a dragon, speak like Satan, meaning it will be a persecuting power. It would restrict religious liberty, and it would put you to death if you defied its laws. Now, we'll skip up. I can't make longer this talk today because it's not a long talk. Revelation 13:7 says that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. See, we're in that time right now where you see the COVID shot, how they restricted buying and selling around that situation, and freedom of speech and right to speech, peaceable assembly and travel. That's green laws, which is a Latin dialect to the blue law. We see it in Jones and Wagner's day, the blue laws, that the people were put in prison for working on Sunday down south in a southern state out in the field. And that's what Jones and Wagner was addressing that to the Congress, of the U.S. Congress, Jones and Wagner. So we see all these things wrapping up right before our very eyes. So America, this country, the United States of America, under President Joseph R. Biden, or Donald Trump who gets back in, is a lamb-like beast that speaks as a dragon in these last days and becomes a persecuting power, forbids buying and selling if you keep the fourth commandment of the Sabbath commandment found in Exodus 28:11, and enforces a day of rest that is Sunday. So don't believe the liars like Pastor John Paulini, who's preaching in the seminary, stating that there's no sons at all for the second coming. He's spoken like a real Jesuit. Most Congressman, Father, please bless the people. Please save me. Can let them read the Bible and such wise writers. Let them understand the truth of these last days and read the pioneers and authors like John Wesley, so they will be saved in these last days and not lost. And Jesus Christ, I pray, man. Maranatha. God bless you, family.